Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the Konig assisted tensioning diamond pattern snow tire chains on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma. These are going to be on tire size 265/70 R16. Make sure you check the fit guide on our website to get the best fit for your tires. We also have them on the rear axle as per the owner's manual. Also make sure you double check that in your case to make sure you're putting the chains on the right axle for your car. But essentially, if you're looking for a really easy to install chain that's going to last for a very long time, it's going to be sort of an in-between as far as aggressiveness goes, and you're going to be able to use it in moderate snow conditions as well as light ice. These are going to be a great option for you, so let's check out how to get them on and how they work. The chains have a diamond pattern, which means you get more coverage on the tires. You can see they go across at an angle and connect at intersecting points, which is going to allow you to get more coverage on turns. It's going to be a lot less noticeable on starting and stopping, and just more low profile than a ladder pattern chain in general, so you're going to feel them less. The links are square, and they will be able to bite into that ice and snow that I mentioned. They're still really low profile though, so you still aren't going to feel them as much, but they will still have enough traction to get you where you need to go. They're built of a manganese nickel alloy, so they're going to be really durable. They're going to last longer than a low carbon steel, and they're going to be more rust, weather, and corrosion resistant. On the front here, you can see that these are powder coated, so they're a slightly different color. That's not only to protect your tires from places where they might rub up against there, but also to protect your hands. If you're installing this, it's really cold outside, which is when you're going to be using these. Your hands aren't going to stick to this as well or as easily as they would stick to untreated metal. All the connection points are red, like I mentioned in the install section. And here is that assisted tensioning cable, which basically just gets you that initial fit, makes it really easy, and you don't have to worry about picking up a rubber tensioner separately to keep everything in place. Chains come two to a set in this hard protective nylon outer shell. It's going to do a good job of keeping the chains really condensed and keeping the weather out at the same time. Inside here you can see there are the instructions as well as a couple of links if anything happens to the ones you have currently, and the other set of chains are in there, nice and compact. There's also this little hook and loop patch on the back, so if you have somewhere in your car's upholstery where that would stick to, it just makes it so that if you store it there, it wouldn't slide around as much. But overall, one of the best things about these chains is that ease of installation that I've mentioned, so let's check out how we did that. First thing we like to do is to lay our chains out as flat as we can. We just want to make sure that nothing is caught up or twisted or tangled, especially with this assisted tensioning cable. It's really long and it tends to get stuck, wrapped around, and hooked on things, so we want to make sure that that's out all the way. We want to make sure that we have this gap set up. That's where our tire is going to go, and we want to make sure that the chains are facing the right way. To do that, we use these hoops at the end of each set of links. We want to make sure that this flat side is the side that's going to make contact with the tread of our tires, not these hooks that are on the other end. So in our case, if we have them face up like we do now, we should be good to go. Now we'll feed one half of the set around the back of our tire. I like to use the side that doesn't have the assisted tensioning cable on there, just because that is really long and it does tend to get stuck pretty easily. So get those around the back, find them on the other side, make sure that we have everything that we're going to need for those connections and that we have everything as spread out as we can. And now we'll grab one of each set of the sides, the back here, bring them up around our tire to make our first connection on the back. We'll just fit this stud into this metal catch plate on the other side, just like that. And then we'll drape the chains down, spread out evenly again. We'll make our next connection here on the front. Just fit this loose red link into this red hook, just like that. Everything's color coordinated, so it's super easy to find. Then we'll come down to the bottom here, feed this assisted tensioning cable right into this catch here down at the bottom, pull it back as much as we can to get tension, and then we'll use these hooks. We'll either use one or both, depending on how much length we need to get this back to the other side. So we'll try one. We'll try one first. That's not going to be enough, so we'll move on to the next one. And then pull it straight back, hook side out again, and we'll connect it just like that. Once you have that assisted tension cable set up where you want it to, that's it for the installation. It's super quick and easy. Make sure you get the chains installed on your driver's side tire as well. Still roll forward or backwards a few times just to make sure everything is in place and secure, then you should be ready to go. Overall, like I talked about, these chains are going to be a really good, really solid all-around chain. As far as value goes, they're one of the best options that I've tested. They're not quite as high profile as some other options, so if you do want some larger bite, you can check out some of P-Wag's square chains if you like this link style. But as far as if you live in an area that does get a decent amount of snow and ice pretty frequently, you want chains that are really easy to install and are going to last a long time, these are a great option. This again was just a quick look at the Konig XB16 assisted tensioning diamond pattern snow tire chains and how they fit on our 2022 Toyota Tacoma.